And it's just gone so far. You know, I'm from San Diego, California, and I'm looking at pictures. I lived in New York City for 4 years. I'm looking at pictures of the West Coast and the East Coast, and I mean, I don't even think I could live in America right now, because I don't think I could even understand being in that place. I mean, how bad has it gotten to be in that country?
You know, I live in Westchester County, Brian, and for your viewers and listeners, you know, it's considered a very affluent suburban community to New York City. About 3 weeks ago, I was sitting in my backyard, and I heard the footsteps, and I heard the bullhorns, and I heard all of the chaos on the street. I live on 2 acres right behind my house, and I said, it's coming. And that's why I said this weekend, it's coming to your city. I don't care what town, village, or city you live in, it is coming. And this kind of thing never happened in Westchester. Remember, I mean, I was an official in this county for 30 years between, you know, DA, judge. I mean, I was, you know, I had the pulse. I knew what was going on. And what's going on in New York City is, with the leftist mayor, Bill de Blasio, and this whole defund the police movement, they have literally tied the hands of law enforcement. They are threatening to prosecute cops when they make arrests, and I'll go back to that in a second. And what they're doing is telling them to stand down. So when there were these peaceful protests, that it's just an oxymoron. I mean, it's just ridiculous. But the police were told to stand down when they were looting Fifth Avenue, not to make an arrest, and they purposely, and I speak to very high level people in the NYPD, they purposely were told send very few people there and do not make arrests. When the police did make arrests, I got a copy of an internal memo from the Manhattan District Attorney, and it told his assistant DAs that what they should do is ACD, or dismiss the protest arrests, but to look for any police brutality. And that meant to look at those people arrested and speak to them about whether or not they felt they were brutalized. And the priority then turned around to the police who were making the arrest were now the targets and the suspects. And if you follow the thinking through, Brian, then what they're saying is, we'll prosecute, clearly, the cops, and will give the defendants, the arrestees, the right to then sue for police brutality. The taxpayers will end up paying the defendants who were arrested because they've been, you know, brutalized by the cops. And all the stores that were emptied out and looted, they're just on their own. Nobody protected the stores. Nobody's looking to reimburse them in any way. And yet the looters are going to walk away with a bag full of money. It's incomprehensible. And every night we're seeing not just the looters and Black Lives Matter, but we're seeing crime, because you've got 37 cops in New York City. Every one of them has a gun. They have not been trained on how to effectuate an arrest. They've just been told, as a result of a new law passed by the New York City Council, they cannot touch on the neck, they cannot touch on the diaphragm, they cannot touch here, cannot touch there. And if they do so, they will be prosecuted. So the police don't know how to make an arrest. They're not making arrests as a result.